What is going on, everybody? This is a Major League Hatz, and I am doing a special time of the day podcast. It is only 4:30 my time. Actually, it's like 4:28, so it's not even that late. So I'm doing a couple things. One, I'm testing to see who has their notifications ready. Say hi, T-Ball.
Hi guys, I got Forky. I like him, and he have sticker and
what where is Forky from? Can you say Toy Story?
Toy Story.
Yep. Oh, Michael says hi, T-Ball.
Hi T.
No, that's Michael. You gotta say hi, Michael.
Hi Michael.
Can you say hi, Liam?
Hi.
Louder. So, all right. So T-Ball, little Brycey was showing off his Funko Pop. I got him earlier. He wanted Forky from Toy Story. So, anyways, I want to watch the NBA draft because it's probably my second favorite draft, of all the drafts. Baseball's first, of course. Then I do basketball and football. But also, like I was mentioning, I want to see kind of how many people actually have their notifications already done. Obviously, Michael has his notification set. Somebody else is probably already in here as well. Just to kind of see what everybody thinks, if anybody actually watches the draft. Watches the basketball draft or even the football. I know a lot of people don't really watch the baseball draft. I actually wrote a letter to Commissioner Manfred a couple weeks ago about them needing to improve the draft. And I'm not kidding. I really did write him a letter. Hang on. I'll even show you the letter I sent off. Hang on. Because Major League Hatz, Sergio, wants to, now I guess I talk in third person. Isn't that great? I want to get the draft changed. So there we go. There is my letter to Commissioner Rob Manfred. I sent it to New York. So yeah. So we'll see if he reads my letter, and we'll see if he responds back to me with like a little, maybe a little what's going on. Anyways, I got a whole bunch of notes because there's a lot of stuff to talk about while we're watching the draft. As you guys know, if you guys have been following, hey, Blackhawks 1988, how you doing? If you guys have been following the NBA and the way it's running right now, Zion Williamson is projected to go number 1 overall. RJ Barrett, I believe, is projected to go number 2, so we'll see. The whole talk was that Zion was going to be a Knick, and obviously that doesn't look like it's going to happen. The Knicks don't even have first or anything like that, so it looks like Zion's going to be a Pelican unless something crazy happens. There's already been a couple trades today. The Warriors made a trade or bought a pick. The Hawks made a couple trades. If you guys haven't heard, the Lakers are trying to basically do whatever they can to clear a spot. So it's going to be kind of a crazy draft. It potentially can. So we are going to start. I have to start with the first thing. Now, I shouldn't even have to say this. This is how I know people don't really watch my stuff, which is fine. Not everybody wants to watch YouTube, whatever. But, at the same time, if you're going to read somebody's comments on Instagram, actually read the whole comment in its entirety. And what I mean by that is a lot of people thought that I was dissing on basically the whole Raptors fan base, which I was not. I was basically saying that all the Raptor fans that were cheering once Kevin Durant ruptured or had his Achilles injury, that I was basically bashing all those. No, I was bashing all the fans that were cheering that Kevin Durant got injured. That's what I was saying. I'm not bashing the whole Raptors fan base or anything like that. So with that being said, I want to send a congratulations out to the Toronto Raptors for winning, their first championship. They did deserve it. I'm not going to talk about any kind of asterisk or anything, because then people are going to say, well, the Warriors won their first championship against the Cavs a number of years ago, and there should be an asterisk. No. Raptors won the championship fair and square. Injuries are a part of the game. I'm happy for the Raptor players. I'm happy for the organization. I don't like the fans that were cheering when KD went down. That's just not acceptable. I would never cheer, regardless of what player was on what team. If a player got hurt or anything like that, that's not acceptable. So I just want to make sure that is clear. I wasn't bashing the Raptor fans because, like I said, the Raptors are a very good organization, very classy organization. And I'm really actually happy for him. I grew up with one of my favorite players being on the Raptors, Vince Carter. I always liked the Raptors because of Vince Carter. I watched Vince Carter when he was a Tar Heel at North Carolina. So when he went to the Raptors, I watched even more Raptor games. Let's see what Michael says. What are your thoughts on the Tampa, Montreal, Canada deal? Well, it's a good thing you asked that, Michael. That is actually number 14 on my list of points to talk about. But we'll discuss it now because I know you got to get up early. So I'm going to cross that one off the list if anybody wants to bring it up later on. Now, if you're not aware, I have 3 people on here. What Michael is talking about is that the Tampa Bay Rays are talking about doing a time share thing with the city of Tampa Bay and Montreal. Basically, what they want to do is play half their home games in Tampa Bay and play the other half in Montreal. The other thing that they would be doing to get this going is they'd build a new stadium in Tampa Bay and build a new stadium in Montreal. And the stadium in Montreal, from my understanding, would not be a dome stadium. Commissioner Silver, whatever his name is for the NBA, just came out. They're about to get the draft officially on its way. Oh, I'm sorry, Adam Silver. Like it really freaking matters. That guy is so scrawny. That guy needs a cheeseburger. Seriously. So anyways, so they're talking about that and about them sharing. Now, here's my thoughts. I don't like it. Yes, I am a baseball purist or traditionalist or oldest or whatever you want to call myself. I just feel like, one, Montreal shouldn't even be getting a team. They had a team. They didn't support it. And why are they getting another team? It kind of reminds me of like the Cleveland Browns. At least Cleveland supports their football team, so I will give them credit on that. But I just don't see why, after Montreal already had a team, why they would be wanting another team. I don't get it. I feel like Major League Baseball needs to start looking in areas, and I mentioned this to Michael, Arkansas. Michael suggested Atlanta, put an AL team in Atlanta, and I think that actually could work out. I would also say even Charlotte. They currently have a AAA team in Charlotte who does really good. Everybody's always talked about Las Vegas, putting a major league team in Las Vegas. I wouldn't even mind seeing like a team in like the Midwest, like Idaho or Boise or some area like that. It's kind of a little bit out there. There you go. Hawaii needs a team. Hawaii could definitely support a team. I understand the traveling would be a little chaotic. But then again, I mean, teams fly all the way across. And, on a charter plane, it's 4 or 5 hours. So, Hawaii could work. They used to have a AAA team, if I remember right, for the Pirates back when Barry Bonds was playing. So, I mean, why Montreal? I don't get it. I don't think it's right. And I definitely don't want to see Tampa Bay sharing a home with Montreal. It would set up for like teams like maybe potentially Miami, who attendance is dismal. Like nobody goes to the game, especially after everything that's gone on this year. There's actually some good stories with Miami with the pitcher Yasumoto. I'm sorry if I'm saying his wrong. Michael also suggested Indianapolis. Let's see, Islanders, New York. So there's a lot more places to be considered other than Montreal. Why? What I don't understand Major League Baseball's thinking philosophy and all this. Why do we got to put another team in Montreal when they had a team and they blew it? They screwed it up. I mean, I don't get it. So I don't want to see a team in Montreal. I won't say that, but I don't want to see a team there first. I rather personally see a team, if we're talking other countries and strictly other countries, I'd rather see a team in Mexico. I know there are some, things that are very concerning, like the economics is very concerning down there, and the security could be very, as you guys know, could be one of those high issue points that they would have to check out. But I would like to see Mexico. I'm still not a big fan of anybody trying to do that London-based type baseball team and moving the team over to Europe. That's just too much travel. It just wouldn't be good for the team. Now, so Europe, I don't want to see that. I'm trying to think where else. I mean, if they want to put a team in Canada, I'm not against that, just not Montreal. I mean, they have one in Toronto, of course. What about I'm not familiar with Ottawa and the population and the baseball, but maybe in Ottawa. they could maybe do that. I just, Montreal, not for me. What kind of comments we got here? Would have two to even it out. That is true. Yep. You would have to have two teams. I was watching live broadcast from the fourth quarter hat shop. They had new hats on the Dodgers. Hey, man, you remind me of that dude from the movie Swingers, the guy who pulled the gun on those guys. I haven't seen it, so I'll have to look it up. You started your live stream early. Yes, I did. I thought it was 5:30. Yes, I did, Johnny G. Quebec. See, there would be a good place. I'd rather see a team before Montreal, Quebec. Dude, watch it. Are we fighting about Quebec and Islanders? I don't know. Johnny, I did start it early only because the basketball draft is about to start. The New Orleans Pelicans are on the clock, and we are about to see the first pick in the NBA. No, watch Swingers. Oh, okay. I will. I'll put it on my list, okay? I will. I want to see it. Also, my buddy Dan D9 in Arkansas said to watch Goon. So I got to watch Goon, and I got to watch Infinity War games or Infinity War. Let's see. You saw all the Sugar Skull hats I grabbed on my IG. Yes, I did, Johnny. If you got the Giants and you want to sell me the Giants skull candy, I'll pay for it, man. As you guys know, another little plug here. I was in Fresno over the weekend for Saturday, and they did a sponsor of one of my videos. So I was down in Fresno shooting footage on the car show, the team shop, the stadium tour, interviewed the graphic designer of the Lowriders logo, which was a lot of fun, Dorian Castro. So what Johnny's referring to is Hat Club dropped all these really cool skull candy type hats featuring, like that one that I got of the Milwaukee Brewers, which was a team stadium exclusive by the Brewers that my buddy Buzz Hat King picked up on Instagram for me. Anyway, so Hat Club dropped their variations, and they had the Yankees, they had the Dodgers, they had the White Sox, they had the Giants. I know I'm missing a bunch, so you guys will let me know, but they had a bunch of them that would have been actually really nice to pick up, and unfortunately, I just didn't get to pick up my Giants because I was too busy. Arizona, thank you, Johnny. Arizona, I just honestly, I didn't have a chance to do it, and I was at the game, so I kind of hate that fact. Thank you, Padres as well. They had the Angels as well. See, I knew you guys would get me, Padres. So, I just wish I would have got the Giants. I hope they do another release of them because I really wanted the Giants one. It's how it goes, guys. I go by this motto: you win some hats, you lose some hats. It's not like Pokemon. You can't catch them all, even though as much as you want to try, even though that's kind of like mine and Johnny's little motto is, it's like Pokemon. You got to catch them all. All right, here you guys go. Here you guys. Number one pick in the 2019 NBA draft is Zion. Jeez, go figure. So yeah, that Padres one did look good. I like the fact that Hat Club dropped the brown and like mustard swing and friar hat. That was actually pretty cool. The other thing that Hat Club dropped as well as they dropped some Canadian hats, and I like the one that Michael showed me that had the swinging Mountie on it. If any of you guys remember when Joey Votto dressed up in a Mountie outfit, that was really cool. So it reminded me of that. It looked like Joey Votto. And then if anybody ever watched, WWE, WWF back in the day, they had this wrestler called the Mountie, and it looks so much like that. So, I mean, if I can, I might pick up that hat. I know we're going out of order, but tomorrow, if you guys are not aware, Hat Club is doing a stealth Octo Slugger drop / release where the eyelets are metal. They have this cool, awesome Octo Slugger pin. I believe that's included in the sale as well. They keep showing it on all their Instagram posts. So I believe they're going to have 2 pins included in that Octo Slugger. I'm not sure if it's coming in a special box. So if you guys are not aware, please go check up Hat Club, Dionic Brands, Instagram page. The drop is tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So remember to do that. I'm just going to see, I had that on my talking point here because unlike somebody who does like a SWOP video, I actually have notes, and I actually, I study. Yes, I want to make sure I don't give you this freaking jumble-ish show that's all over the place. So, anyways, the other thing that I wanted to bring up real quick is that if you guys are not aware, I'm sure you guys all are, but Kevin Durant basically tore his Achilles, and they're almost saying that he potentially could be out all of next year. Now, I did hear some interesting news today within the last couple hours on ESPN, because I'm watching the channel here, of course, is that there is a strong possibility that Kevin Durant will resign with the Warriors on a 5-year max contract, which is like $220 million. And if he was to sign with the new team, he would only get like 4 years and $53 million less than what he's able to get. So what the rumor is, or they're talking, is that he signs with the Warriors, gets that 5 years, he rehabs, uses all the training facility, and then during the middle of the year, gets traded to another team that can have him for 5 years. The team that they're talking about is possibly the Knicks. I thought that was very interesting because if you're KD, why would you want to go to the Knicks? Seriously. I could see you going to the Lakers, honestly. I could see you going to the Clippers, honestly. But why the Knicks? I mean, at this point in time, I could see KD going to the Pelicans, other than the Knicks. What do you guys think of that, of KD's, staying with the Warriors for most of the year and then having a sign and trade deal later on? What do we got here? It's the only hat with green under the bill in the Padres. It's going to sell out, so don't sleep. Oh, Hatter, I didn't think you were going to be on here. Yeah, right. Hopefully a few of my Mississippi State boys get drafted tonight. David Ortiz, he's on the list. But you said D-Day happened in Germany. Okay, Hatter, I'm not a history buff. You know that. Why would anybody want to go to the Knicks? Exactly. Knicks long overdue for a ship. He needs to go to another team, make it more interesting. That's why I'm saying Pelicans would be a better choice. I mean, like I said, I could see the Clippers more, but definitely not the Lakers and Knicks. I don't like that. Still almost 1 a.m. in London. Okay. So since all right, so we already talked about the Raptors. Okay, now since Johnny G already brought it up, I want to talk a little bit about David Ortiz. What Johnny G is referring to is David Ortiz was down in the Dominican Republic. He was at a nightclub. Technically, it was a nightclub, but it was like 8 or 9 o'clock in the evening. Somebody came up and shot. I shouldn't say accidentally. They shot him in the back. But everything that has come out now is that, one, David Ortiz is okay, thankfully. He ruptured, he got a spleen. His spleen was affected, his bladder, and he was in a little bit of trouble there. So they flew him over to Boston. He had another exploratory surgery, but it looks like he's going to be okay. So basically what happened with the attack is somebody put a hit out. It ended up being a hit on David Ortiz's cousin, who was with David Ortiz, and they accidentally shot the wrong person, i.e. David Ortiz. They were actually going after the cousin, and they put a hit on the Grizzlies pick is in number 2, RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett. Oh, no, they went with Jay Morant of Murray State, so that means that RJ Barrett will probably go 3rd. So anyways, the reason why they put a hit on the cousin, it was equivalent to a $400,000 hit or pesos hit, which equates to like $8,000 US. But reason why is because in 2011, the person that put on the hit said that David Ortiz's cousin turned him into like the FBI in 2011. So from the United States, the person that put the hit orchestrated the hit in the Dominican Republic. So currently there are about 11 people in custody or under arrest, and they're still looking for the actual person who put the hit on David Ortiz's cousin. So luckily, though, David Ortiz is okay. Unfortunately, it was a case of mistaken identity, and I'm just happy that David Ortiz was okay. I did honestly think it was kind of funny that they were driving a motorcycle, and the driver that was driving the motorcycle tried to speed off, and he wrecked. And right as he wrecked, everybody saw kind of what happened. They went over to the motorcyclist, and they basically beat the crud out of him. And he had to get, assistants, for the hospitals. They get all patched up and then they place them under arrest. But I just kind of thought that was a little, justice right there. They beat the crud out of them. So let's see here. Let's see. You see the Mike Conley trade? What kind of people is Poppy hanging with? Right. No kidding. David Ortiz. He shouldn't be hanging out with people like that. I know it's his cousin, but still. Yeah, Harley, take note. Hatter, what are you talking about? God, I never know what you're talking about. Take note on what? I was upset about the trade because I'm a Jazz fan and I love Grayson Allen, and I think he has a lot of potential. So I think Utah will definitely regret that trade in the long run. Karma. Hatter, what are you talking about? Speaking of karma, dude, I wasn't going to go this way, but since Hatter's on here, speaking of karma, as you guys all know, I'm sure some of you guys are aware, Hatter went to London. Guess what freaking hats he took? A blank hat, like 2 Cubs hats, and some U.S. soccer hat. Really? Really, Hatter? Really? Those are the hats. You have over 100 hats, and those are the hats you took? I'm telling the St. Louis Blues, the St. Louis Cardinals, the Carolina Hurricanes, the Vegas Knights, and the Chicago Blackhawks what kind of fan you are. You're not a real fan if you're not taking one of their hats. Oh, I don't want to make attention with my soccer hats. You're making attention carrying around those USA soccer hats. Okay, done with that. It was Kershaw. Let's see, bobblehead yesterday at Dodger Stadium. Did you get me one? Hatter, we can't cuss on this show. There's some kids. Can't say F the Blues. I hope you're sending me a Kershaw bobblehead, Johnny G. Let's see here. Hey, man, you need to do more podcasts, man. I got to go to work. Check you out later. Thank you for stopping by. Cool. Platex. Sorry, I do one a week. So I hope you have a good night at work, and I will see you next time. So, okay, anyways, let's get back on schedule here. All right. And so we already talked about the KD situation. The other situation is Clay's out for potentially the upcoming season. There's no reason to rush him back. He tore his basically ACL. He's done. I also want to say congratulations to the St. Louis Blues for winning the Stanley Cup. Well deserved. Glad. I don't want to say I'm glad they won. I mean, I'm not a Blues fan, so happy for the city. Fine, we'll just go with that. Congratulations, Blues fan, on winning the Stanley Cup. I already talked about this, but the Lakers basically traded their whole team to get Anthony Davis, and I just thought it was really funny that a little bit ago I was reading on ESPN.com that the GM of the Lakers just made himself sound like a buffoon. Let's see. I'm going to Omaha, and I'm going to be – yeah! Thank you, Harley. Oh, real quick before I get back to AD. If you guys have not been following me on Instagram, first of all, I don't know what you guys are doing, but all you guys are, so we're good. Major League Hats is going international. It was cool. I sold a hat to a gentleman in Poland. So his name is Original G on Instagram. So I am happy to say the hat made it to Poland, and I can't wait to see a picture. He already sent me kind of a picture of him receiving the box. I'm not sure if he's going to put a picture up. I told him to put a picture up on IG, so we'll see. But Major League Hats is going international. So thank you, Harley, Original G. I know there's 2 hats in San Diego, of course, because I sold a couple hats down in San Diego. So, I appreciate that, guys. Oh, by the way, beer of the night or drink of the night is Racer 5 Bear Republic. So everybody's okay. Now the Knicks are picking number 3 because the Knicks suck. So it looks like they're probably going to get RJ Barrett. Let's see what else we got on here real quick. Omaha, I love it. Are you going to get yourself a Stakes hat, Harley? You should. Let's see here. Harley, no one liked Grayson Allen. He was in the G League for the whole year. He's a dirty player. Sad Jay Crowder was traded away. RJ Barrett goes to the Knicks. Hatter, you know nothing about basketball. Your basketball card was taken away. Duke fans love Grayson. I agree. I like actually Grayson Allen. Omaha Steak hat sold out. I really wanted that Omaha Steak hat. I had a Guinness's at a pub today. Guinness is not a real beer. I'm sorry to break the news to you. Did you get a haircut? Yes, I did. I just shaved up the sides because I can't really stand the hair being on my back of my neck and my sides. So I just shaved the top. If it does get hotter, I'll probably shave it again like I usually do. But now a lot of my hats are fitting really loose again. So like this is 7.5. I got like 4 chins, don't I? Shit. I got to If you guys, I've been starting to do some walking. So anyway, so Anthony Davis was traded to the Lakers, but their GM was looking really stupid because he said he didn't understand all the financial restrictions and the salary cap about the whole thing, because they basically traded Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, 3 first-round picks for Anthony Davis. And now, because of that trade, which is currently on pause because of timing issues, they are trying to free up a max spot so they can pick up some more players. And reason why I say the GM looked kind of foolish, because he said he didn't understand all the financial ramification, and now he's trying to get the Pelicans to wait to announce the trade, because if he waits another like 20 days, he can actually get like an additional like $5 more million in spending money. So I just thought that was really naive of the GM to say that. I liked it in a way because it did show that he's human and he may not understand everything, but you're the GM of the Lakers. You got to know your stuff, right? You got to know your stuff. There's no excuses for you to be coming out and saying, I didn't understand all the financial issues involved in this big of a trade. Our focus was just on Anthony Davis. That's it. So we got him. But now we don't have players 4 and 5 to play for us. So anyways, so I thought that was really stupid. Sorry, guys. I can't see that far to read what we got. 4 chins. That was funny. Yep. Let's see here. Oh, you're dead for saying that. My sister will kick your... We can't cuss, Hatter. Better than that IP. Hatter, I gotta hide. We can't cuss. There are kids on this podcast. If Mad Bum gets traded, who's he going to, and what is the Giants getting in return? I'm still here just ordering hats. Oh, my God. Right now, if I had to pick a team for Mad Bum to go to, you guys are not going to like me. I'm either going the Braves, which would probably be the consensus, and Phillies. Phillies, I think, would be a good choice for Mad Bum. I think if Seattle actually was trying to win a little bit, I would see him maybe going to Seattle. Obviously, you guys can say Boston and New York easily. All you guys want. Twins can make a freaking nice trade for Mad Bum. But realistically, I would have to say the number one team that I would go for Mad Bum would be the Braves. Realistically, in return, they're probably looking at a top 10 to a 20 pick, like 6 and on, because he's a free agent after this year, if I remember right. So they're not going to get like a 1, 2, or 3. If they decide to get, lower picks, in the 20s, 30s, they probably can get like 2 or 3 of those guys. But I want to say the Braves. Here my final. The Braves, the Phillies, and the Twins. I would like to see Mad Bum go to one of those teams, not to the Yankees or the Red Sox. I feel like Mad Bum could really change. And you guys are all going to say the Phillies already have everybody, but they don't have pitching. It's just the way it is, and they're struggling a lot right now. In fact, they're struggling so bad they put Bryce Harper in the leadoff spot, and they're just trying to get back to normal. So I want to see Mad Bum. And plus, come on, think about it. Madison Bumgarner teaming up with Bryce Harper after everything they've been through could be interesting. By the way, you guys, if you guys have not heard, Dallas Keuchel will be starting Friday. So he's playing for the Mets. The Braves, if you guys have not heard, he did a couple rehab assignments, or whatever you want to call them, conditioning assignments in Gwinnett, which is the Braves AAA team. So he'll be making his debut on Friday. Everything's going good, so he'll be back. Aaron Judge will be back on Friday. Giancarlo Stanton of the Yankees already came back this week. I believe he came back on Tuesday. So we're starting to see some players come back a little bit. So that is good. What else we got? Yes to the Braves. Oh, my God, Hatter. You're not a Braves fan, so you can't cheer for the Braves. It's painful being a Padres fan. I want to talk about your Padres here in a second, Harley. I'm also going to jump on the Pelicans bandwagon, FYI. Why? Oh, my God. Hatter, what's your opinion on the NBA draft hats? He has none. Braves winning their division. The draft hats are okay. The white lettering is too much. A B+ for me. Hatter, nope, not even close, bud. I live 10 minutes from Gwinnett. So, it was funny. I went to Lids today to pick up a hat, which is in the bag here. And I looked at the NBA draft hats. I looked at the Warriors at least. And I thought it was cool that they had two versions. They had a snapback and a fitted. And then they came with a pin. Now, overall, personally, I don't like the NBA draft hats. They're just not really my style. But I will say they made a huge mistake because I was thinking maybe to get one, maybe just to get one. Why not, right? I don't have an NBA draft hat, so why not? But the one thing I didn't like is they made the snapback in blue and they made the fitted in gray. So I didn't really like that. If the fitted was in blue, then I would get it. They should have made the fitted blue and the snapback in the gray version. So just not my style. The other hats that came out this week, guys, if you guys are not aware, but they came out with the NFL training day hats. Me and myself, I don't really care for them. They're all white. I don't like white hats, as you guys know. I don't know why. Why do they even make white hats? Like what? So they purposely get dirty and you got to buy new hats? That's the only thing I could think of. Why do they make white hats? I don't know. So I'm not going to be picking myself up a NFL training camp hat. I agree. NBA does too many snapbacks. Yeah, they do too many snapbacks because it seems like they don't understand what's going to sell. It's like they make these cool hats and then they're all snap. It's like, dude, NBA, focus on good hats. Stop making garbage hats. Make them fitted. They're going to sell. Up until 3-4 years ago, all anybody was selling was fitteds again. That's all they were selling. Then a couple years ago, they started bringing snaps back in. They are soft training hats. I don't even know what that means, Hatter. Don't even know what that means. The other ones, the other hats that I want to talk about, to see, and I'm kind of disappointed in Hatter again, as usual. But NewEraCaps.com brought out the Toy Story hats. And personally, I liked a couple of the hats. I would only probably get a Woody or the Alien hat. But that's probably it. Maybe even Buzz Lightyear. But, I mean, I'm not really jumping on those. But why I'm disappointed in Hatter, so hope you're listening, Hatter, since you're in London. Hatter jumped on those hats hella quick. But yet, when the Thanos hats from Marvel came out, Hatter said he really wanted those hats, and he didn't jump on it. Uh-oh, here we go. Lakers pick is in. Who did the Lakers pick? Number 4. They got DeAndre Hunter from Virginia, and he is projected to be traded to the Atlanta Hawks later on down the line. So that was what that potentially was a pick that Atlanta wanted. And like I said, he's potentially going to be traded to the Hawks later on. They have this deal worked out already. In essence, I think they're just waiting for a certain time period to come around. So anyways, Hatter said he wanted the Thanos hat, the Marvel hat, when New Era dropped him. But he's like, no, I can't go get him. But yet, Toy Story pops out and freaking Hatter's all over it. Just saying. So did you guys pick up the Toy Story hats? I did not, because I just don't care for the toys. I want He-Man. I want He-Man fitteds to come out. I want a Skeletor fitted to come out, or He-Man, or She-Ra, or what's the Lion Cat's? What's the Lion He-Man's Lion Cat Battle Cat guy's name? I forget. Duh, Toy Story is awesome. Yeah, if you're 6, some of the Marvel hats are sick. Yes, they were. So I want to see He-Man fitteds coming out. I grew up on that stuff. So I want to see He-Man, She-Ra, especially a Skeletor come out, and Battle Cat helmet hat come out. But probably they're only going to be snapbacks if they do come out. So, yeah. Really hope they drop some Spider-Man hats for the upcoming movie. Yep, I can see them doing it. The phone ring was Major League Hats side chick Mandy. No, Hatter, get over it. Mandy Snaps is with Montgomery, so get over it. Mandy does not roll like that, okay? Get over it. Maybe I can introduce you to Ginger Snaps. I'll introduce you, Hatter, to Ginger Snaps in the next couple weeks, okay? All right, so we talked a little bit about that. The other thing I want to talk about, Harley. I believe you said you're a Padres fan. I got a little annoyed this week. And the reason why is because if you guys are not aware, Manny Machado of the Padres got suspended for just one game for bumping an umpire. Now, I'm not condoning, Manny touching the umpires or any form or fashion, but I got really freaking annoyed when one of the umpires came out and they said that they were basically disgusted with the suspension of one game for Manny Machado for making contact with the umpire. You know what? First of all, shut up. Seriously, shut up. I am sick and tired of these major league umpires. Half the freaking time, the player doesn't even touch them, and the umpire throws them out. They look at him funny, umpire throws them out. Why doesn't that umpire get suspended for like 7 games? So why is it that the umpires can criticize a suspension, but if a player criticizes something that the umpires do, nothing happens to the umpire? I don't get it. The umpires, we don't go to a game as a fan, and this goes for the NBA, this goes for football. We don't go to the games to watch the umpires and the referees and the officials. We go to the games to watch the players. So what gives this umpire the right to say anything? I think that umpire, and it should be publicly made, that umpire suspended for like 3-4 games for making a comment such as he did against a player. What are you guys' thoughts on that? I'm so annoyed with umpires because it's like you look at them funny. You question balls and strikes. I understand you're not supposed to be arguing balls and strikes. I get that. But there has just been some outrageous calls made that they're strikes when they're clearly not a strike. I'm sick of freaking umpires thinking they're like the king of the game and everybody wants to be, an umpire groupie. It's ridiculous. I want to see the umpires get suspended for bad calls, for erroneous calls, for making mistakes. If the players can get suspended, so should the umpires, and it should be known that the umpire got suspended and for what. What are your guys' thoughts on that? Let's see. Good points. They cited Manny for violence in the workplace, which is bogus. I agree. If you look at an ump funny, you're out of the game. That Machado call was not a strike. I'm going to be honest, guys. I did not see the actual strike of Machado, the play. I just saw the argument and him bumping. So I didn't see the actual call or non-call on the strike. I just saw the aftermath of it, the highlights. So yeah, I don't like it. And so anyway, so that's the first thing. The other thing, speaking of umpires and officials, if you guys are not aware, the NFL said today that they are going to be, I believe it's coming up in the next season, under 2 minutes or around 2 minutes, they're going to start reviewing pass interference. And I know everybody's probably going to be happy about this, but you guys think about it. Come on, man. This is just opening up a can of worms for trying to understand what a pass interference is. I mean, the referees don't even know what pass interference is on a regular day. And I understand there's some bogus pass interference calls. So are you able to, ask for a replay on 10 pass interference plays? Because half the pass interference plays are just judgmental calls anyways. So I don't like the fact, I don't care what it cost the team. I don't care. If it was against the Niners, I don't care. If it was for the Niners, I don't care. That's the kind of person I am. So I know you guys probably don't like that because I know something has happened to your team in the past, but I don't care. If it was a pass interference, not pass interference, the officials call it. There you go. It's over. Why do we got to review it? Cavaliers are picking on the number 5 pick. And they pick Darius Garland from Vanderbilt. All right, he's a point guard. They could probably use him now. Yeah, so good luck to Darius Garland in Cleveland. So I'm just sick and tired of this BS about why do we got to review every play? What happened to, umpires are part of the game. They're going to make mistakes. Some calls go for the team. Some calls go against the team. Why do we got to Even with review, they can't even get the crap right. So that's just my opinion about that. I just think it's kind of dumb. What are your guys' points on that about reviewing the PI things? The Machado call was not a strike. Okay, so all right. So anyway, so that's what's going on with the football. What else we got here? Talked about Manny. Thank you, Harley, for bringing up Manny. Definitely wanted to talk a little bit about him. David Ortiz, we talked about. By the way, guys, who do you think the Bulls will pick? I don't know, Hatter. You're the basketball expert. You tell me. Anyways, you guys, if you guys have been watching my podcast, I believe it was last week, I was talking about this number one prospect for the San Francisco Giants, the catcher, Joey Bart. I told you I put him on my shit list because he refused to sign. He only signed like 2 autographs. But I told you guys I was going to give Joey Bart a little more leeway. By the way, Hatter, how come you haven't pushed the thumbs up finger yet? I know you haven't. But anyways, so Joey Bart has officially came off my shit list a little bit because when we were in San Jose, we were sitting in a good spot. And after the inning, Joey Bart threw me a game-used ball. So Joey Bart is off my shit list. Still like to get an autograph. But you know what? I got a ball from Joey Bart, so I'm not mad at him no more. It is actually really cool if you guys can see it. Look at that. It has a nice little dirt stain right there. Looks really clean. This one is perfect for autographing, so maybe if I could get Joey Bart to sign it for me, I will. I did recently get an autograph by Elliot Ramos, but Elliot signs the ball to you, which is fine. He personalized it. Dan D9, I am sorry. I was just I started my live broadcast early because of the NBA draft, and I wanted to see who actually had their notifications set. So, yeah, so I started it early. So sorry about that, Dan D9. It's okay that you're on. You're on now, so that's all that matters. Adder, well, what do you got to say? You guys got lucky to sign Carlson, but now probably can't re-sign Pavelski. Haha. Did you see who won the Hart last night? Obviously, I don't. It's okay, Dan D9. Hatter, you know who won the Hart? I did. I won the Hart. Who the hell calls a trophy the Hart Trophy? Call it the MVP. That's what it is. This year's draft class is not very deep, in my opinion. A few superstars, and then it's a bunch of unknown players. Kucherov. If you're talking about the basketball draft, Harley, you're right. Other than probably like the first, 10 picks. After that, you kind of lose track of who's actually getting drafted. So, yeah, you're right about that. The Hockey League of Tradition. Hey, if they're changing the traditions of baseball, they can change the traditions of hockey. Just call it the MVP. Why you got to call it the Hart Trophy? Just saying. Thanks, Dan D9. So, anyway, so Joey Bart is now off my shit list. By the way, Hatter, did you press the thumbs up? Because you're not answering. You're avoiding the question. I think you didn't. Okay, so football PIs. Let's see here. Joey Bart. Okay. Now, what does anybody want me to answer the call from Team Mother? Let's see what she's got to say. Hello, Team Mother. You are on the ML Hatz live podcast with Dan D9, Professor Hatter, Johnny G. Let's see here. Sports of Kings 1611. Harley Mark is on here and possibly other people. What's going on?
Okay, I'm on my way home. Where's Brian?
He's on the computer.
Okay, fine.
She's speechless. Says her name on the phone. Yes, it does. Let's see here. What does Johnny G says? I'm back. Just put in my order. Thanks for that discount, Major. Did you actually get it? The 10%? It's something. Why didn't you just wait till tomorrow? Let's see. Kane should have been nominated instead of Crosby. Yes. Good. So what Hatter was talking about was that Erik Karlsson signed like a 7-year deal to stay with the Sharks. 7-8-year deal, like $90 million. Honestly, I didn't really pay attention to the numbers. I was just happy that he's going to be a Shark for a very long time, potentially for the rest of his career. And I hope that they could now go out and sign Pavelski and whoever else they need because with a couple changes here and there, I hope they don't lose too many players because I like this team. This team, even though they didn't go far, they still beat those lousy Knights guys, and so they I still think if they're fully healthy. And I'm not taking away anything from the St. Louis Blues. I still think they could have beat the Blues if they're fully healthy. But like I mentioned earlier about the Raptors, the Blues won it. It's just the way it is. And you can't take anything away from them because injuries are a part of the game. Pavelski might go to the Mud House on Madison, Chicago. Where do you get this crap from, Hatter? Hatter. Seriously, where's your reporting news coming from? Mine comes from like ESPN. So come on. Let's see. Because the Vancouver Canadians is about to sell out. That's why I had to get it before it sold out. I'm sure by tomorrow that hat would be gone. Carlson is injury prone. You're injury prone. It's Madhouse. Ha ha. I got 3 hats. So are you talking about the Vancouver Canadians, Johnny G, the minor league team? Because I actually want that one. That's a good one. What other 2 hats did you pick up, Johnny? By the way, you guys, make sure you guys all say hi to Johnny G's mom, Luisia. Shout out to Luisia. If you see this again, I have you in my thoughts in an upcoming video if Johnny hasn't told you. So thinking of you, Luisia. Estoy pensando en ti, Luisia, okay? Hola, ¿cómo estás, Sergio? By the way, guys, did you guys enjoy that interview I did with the churro guy? I know it was kind of a short interview. I'm sorry about the floating letters. I just hoped you guys were pausing it. I got some advice from somebody that was a little much. But you know what? When you're trying to translate something from another language, you only could the Sun selected Jarrett Culver, and he is a proposed trade to Minnesota. With the interview kind of being short and the, needing to type out every word, sometimes the lettering's went kind of by. But, I translated in another language. Has somebody else on this channel that's done any kind of interview translated from another language? I don't think so. You know who I'm talking about. Send me a postcard from London. Let's see here. Our stadium is nicknamed the Madhouse on Madison Street. Geneva Bulls and the Lakers. You ordered the Lakers floral hat? I thought you said that looked like a freaking shower curtain. Oh, boy. Johnny G. You had me going with those sick Los Angeles Dodgers All-Star hats. Nah. So, let's see here. What's going on? I do have a hat to show off. So, we got one of these. Let's see. Sports of Kings. Let's see here. Bulls on the clock. It sucks being a Warriors fan. I have to wait till 28 to finally see the first round pick of the Warriors. So I'll send you the pick later. Okay, cool. So yeah. Whew. Did anybody besides Johnny G pick up any new hats lately? I know Hatter doesn't unless they go on sale, and then he complains about the shipping rates. Dan D9, did you pick up anything cool? Sports of King 1611, did you get one? Harley, what about you, bud? Are you still around? And by the way, nobody mentioned anything about what they were drinking tonight. And I know my buddy Michael Mole has to get up early, so he probably already went to sleep. Dan D9, nope. Let's see, Mississippi State and Louisville playing in Omaha. Okay. Mountain Dew. All right. Thank you, Dan D9, for sharing the drink of the night with me. Johnny G, you got your cup of milk? All right. Johnny G, got your cup of milk. Actually, Johnny G is probably drinking a Coke right now. I need a Coke. All right, you guys. Let me show you guys a hat. I've got to be honest, guys. I only got one hat in this week. I placed an order with Lids a couple days ago. So I read your mind. Yeah, I know. So I only got one hat, and I actually had to go to Lids to pick it up. The other hats that I ordered 5 hats, and they haven't came in. So I'm sorry. I only got one hat to show off. So I'm sorry. But in my opinion, this was a special hat. I got really annoyed. I don't know if you guys know what time of what month this is technically considered. It's a celebration of stuff. And I got really annoyed that I saw these hats being dropped, and all of them were like Hatter favorites. So they're like dad hats, or they weren't even trucker hats. They were like dad hats, adjustable type hats. I can't even remember if they were even snapbacks, but I just thought they were really lame. And if they would have made a fitted out of this hat in a sports team, I would have definitely gone out and buy them, because if you guys have been watching me for a while, you guys know my history a little bit. You guys know my background, so you guys know I support it fully. Before I show you guys the hat, I bought the Stars and Stripes hat. Got to return it. Oh, you got the Cardinals one or the Cubs? You got the Cubs, right, Harley? And get a different size. And I bought the Jazz and Grizzlies NBA draft. Oh, you should post some pictures of those ones. I might go to Memphis tomorrow and see if they have the Grizzlies draft day hats. They only had the Lakers draft hats at my lids. Really? They only at Dandy 9, they had the Lakers? That is weird. I also bought the Stars and Stripes hat club version. Okay. Let's see here. But I plan on getting the All-Star hat and Father's Day hat. Harley, what's your Instagram name? It's Harley. Harley Hatter. Harley Mark. Come on. See, this is how I know Hatter doesn't really follow me, because I've shout Harley out because he's one of my biggest supporters on YouTube. He bought the first ever ML hat, and I shouted Harley out. Come on, Hatter. Do you even follow me? Seriously, Hatter? Oh, my God. Let's see. In Jonesboro, which is less than an hour from Memphis, I got Padres. Nice. So, anyways, I was disappointed that nobody dropped a fitted about this hat. So I decided to make my own ML Hats version, of course. And we got, bam! Now, if you guys don't know, it is considered Pride Month. And so I decided to make my own Rainbow Pride type ML hats. The only thing I would do differently is I would have made the full ML, the purple part. But at the same time, I will tell you that none of my hats, ML hats, are the same. So if you ever decide to actually get one, like Harley, like Original G, like the two people in San Diego, for the most part, unless you want the same design, you will get a hat that nobody else has. Yeah, I'm plugging my merch or whatever, but you guys already know, but I have to give a little information on this hat. So this is my ML Hats hat, Pride hat. Like I said, I wish Major League Baseball or the NBA or football would have made a fitted Pride hat. I would have definitely picked up that one because, like I said, you guys know my background a little bit. Oh, the Bulls select Kobe White from North Carolina. Who's that? I don't know. The other guy I'm waiting to see get drafted is Bobo, Manute Bol's son, Bobo. He went to the University of Oregon, played like 1 or 2 seasons. I don't know. He was kind of hurt. Wasn't really, top, notch player per se. But he did okay. I believe, if I remember right, they're projecting him to go around like 10 to 15. But I wish he would have played a little bit longer at Oregon. So anyways, right now, this is my commemoration to Pride Month. And of course, it is a fitted 7.5/8. There's nothing on the back, of course, white New Era flag, all black and black. I will probably be making more of these, but I had to, like I said, I wanted to get a hat to show you guys this week. So this is the kind of hat I got. So this is Pride hat number 1 in the collection. So I really like it. It's different colors. I hate to tell people, I probably have to explain the coloring, because usually with the Pride colors, it's a rainbow color. So they usually start, the rainbow colors like the purple, the red, the blue, the green, and so on. So this is a little bit out of order in a sense, but it's okay. I don't mind. I like it. I like hats like this, colorful and everything. And I do need to get one made for myself specifically. But at the time being, if anybody wanted to actually pick this up, go for it. Let me know on DM. And if anybody is in another country, I am willing to look into shipping stuff to another country. You just got to hit me up on Instagram so I could get some pricing on shipping. Not that anybody on here is in another country, even though Chicago is like another country if you live in the city of Chicago, like Hatter does. Okay, what do we got here? Let's see here. It's good. The hat is awesome. Thank you, Harley. You gonna get a Sharks draft hat? Probably not. How do the hockey draft hats look? I haven't seen them. Haven't seen them either. I don't think they're out yet because I haven't even seen nothing about them. When I get home, I'll make you a pride flag logo. Hatter, you haven't even made me my reaction video for the item I sent you. Pretty plain. Yes, they are. Let's see here. Oh, the team mother's home, everybody. Say hi. She's so mad at me. She always gets mad at me when I do my live stream. So I don't know why. All right, you guys. It looks like we're still in round 1. Pick number 8. The Hawks look like they're on the clock. Actually, it's Washington, it looks like. Oh, Bull is projected to be the 8th prospect. So right now, he's looking to go about number 16 to 20. So, yay. Yay what, Hatter? Yay what?
I'm getting them. No, I'm getting them. No, I'm getting them. Relax.
Dang, kids are fighting. So, the NHL draft hats are usually pretty meh. By the way, you guys, if you guys are keeping track of the Cubs and the Phillies like me and Hatter are, they're currently tied for 2nd place. They actually have a very even record. Both teams are never doing really that good. They still are projected to hit the wild card right now, so we'll see if that continues. By the way, guys, do you guys want to check out a Funko Pop? If you guys don't know, I started another channel. Hatter doesn't know about it. Mike Moke the Coke knows about it. Our buddy from Houston Jeff, Hatz McGee, who's not on here because he's probably working at Little Caesars. Hopefully he can get a couple slices for us.
First one
but you know I'm doing a live stream, right, Minor Leagues?
I know, but we gotta show mom the pops.
So anyways, I started a Funko Pops channel where I go Funko hunting. And, of course, naturally, it's called Major League Pops with a Z. P-O-P-Z. Let me see that one.
Next one? What?
Let's see. So here is one that we picked up today. It is called Happy Hogan, and it's from Spider-Man's, what is it? The new Spider-Man movie, Far From Home. Minor Leagues is collecting the Spider-Man one. So, you know, I just thought it would be kind of cool to put it on the Pop channel. Looks like he has a $5 million check. I don't know why. I guess I'm going to have to see the movie.
No,
so, what else? What else are you going to show me? Give me that one.
The other one? Put them in here.
Oh, okay, never mind. So, he got Happy Hogan. Flexed, of course. Oh, yeah. There you go. See, this is how I know that my teenage son is still like a little kid because he got a Pokemon. Bulbasaur. Yeah. I don't know why.
Beetlejuice.
There you go. So he got Bulbasaur. Okay.
Next one.
Let's
This
see.
one's for you. Next one.
Dick's Sporting Goods is having a flash sale and lots of ammo. And that's funny. Dan D9, you got flagged on your comment for saying the word Dick's on your thing, even though you know you're trying to say Dick's Sporting Goods. So I just think that's hilarious. Padres going as a wild card and surprising everyone this year. I'm calling it.
And this one's for Dad because
I'm sorry to tell you, Harley, the Padres will not make the wild card. It is either going to go to the Cubs or the Phillies.
This one's for me.
Padres just don't have enough to, go that far. I mean, in fact, they sent down one of their best pitching prospects that they've had all year, and that was Chris Paddock. Let's see. Spider-Man movies are the best. Harley says he likes Spider-Man movies. Oh, here, let me show you one of my favorites. The other one I picked up today was Beetlejuice. I picked this one up already, but the team mothers took it from me, so I decided to pick up another one, another Beetlejuice. So check that out.
Yeah.
Check your IG major. So I just like Beetlejuice. I just thought it was really cool looking. Here you go. Okay, hang on. We are checking IG because he got the okay. Okay, this is the one that Johnny G ordered, guys. Thanks, Johnny G, for sharing. He got this one. So he didn't get like the very florally one that they released a couple weeks ago. So that's not bad.
This one's for me.
That's not bad. I was wondering though if the flowers are like representing the Rose Parade that goes on in LA every year. So yeah.
That's why I got. The next one we got.
All right. So what else?
Next
Check.
one we
Okay.
got. The
A
last-
Sporting Goods store is having a flash sale that better YouTube. What? Let a man dream. What? I'm lost, guys. Oh, about the Padres.
And the last one we
Harley,
got.
I'm a Giants fan. That's all I have this year is dreaming because yeah. The Giants have already made like 40 transactions this year involving their outfielders, and obviously they're going to make a couple more. They're going to have a flash sale with Mad Bum. They might trade Stephen Vogt if somebody needed a catcher. It looks like the Hawk selection is in, and they have taken some guy named Jackson Hayes. He's a center from Texas, and he's on a proposed trade to New Orleans. It's like all these guys are being like already traded before they're even drafted. So I just kind of think that's funny. By the way, guys, speaking of drafted and not drafted, the Ball family is at it again since Lonzo was traded to the Pelicans. LeVar came out and said that is the worst mistake the Lakers are ever going to make. No, the worst mistake the Lakers ever made was drafting Lonzo Ball. Don't get me wrong. I like Lonzo Ball in a way. I actually like him. I got minor leagues Lonzo Ball jersey, right?
Yep.
And he wore it one time. And we went to a Lakers game to watch Lonzo Ball when they played the Oklahoma City Thunders. And Lonzo Ball wasn't even playing. But LeVar Ball is so idiotic. Why do his kids even have him in his life for their NBA stuff? I don't get it. What are your guys' thoughts on LeVar Ball? Do you guys have any thoughts? I mean, as a dad with two knuckleheads, I would never even think to try to be like LeVar Ball. Once they hit the pro ranks, that's it. You can't do nothing. You can't control the situation. And it looks like the youngest Ball kid, LiAngelo, is actually going to be playing basketball in Australia, which actually on a competition level would actually probably be pretty good for him. Let's see here. The Rose Parade is in Pasadena, California. Hatter, it's still the Los Angeles area, dude. Get over it. You said it was flagged. Yeah, but I unflagged it, Dan D9. Ha. By the way, Major got the last one on the Vancouver Canadians. Good, you can send them my way. Giants let go of a former Mississippi State pitcher, Chris Stratton. Yeah, I think the Angels did too, and the Pirates. So yeah, I think they did okay on that one. I hate to tell you that, Harley. Let's see, because he's living through his sons. Who? Oh, LeVar. Yeah, I know. He also said, if you guys are not aware, said he could beat Michael Jordan on a one-on-one contest. He's a moron. Let's see, helicopter dad. He's not even a helicopter dad. He's like a Crash Bandicoot type dad. He sucked in the NBA. Dan D9, I don't think he played in the NBA, if I remember right. He only played like a little bit in college, and he didn't even play in the NBA, if I remember right, on LeVar Ball. Hell no, he can't beat Michael Jordan. I think you put Michelle Jordan, Johnny G, Michael. You put Michele, but we know what you're talking about. Dan D9, he played? Nah. See, Dan D, we're gonna have to fight this one out here. He did not play. If you're talking, MJ is the GOAT. Let's see. Hang on, we are fact checking something here. Let's see here. Football career, number 99. He was a tight end. He's 6'6", 263. College, Cal State, Los Angeles. Undrafted in 1994. He actually played for the New York Jets, 94-95 on the practice squad. He played in the London Monarchs in WLAF in 95, and Carolina Panthers in 1995 on their practice squad. He played basketball and American football while at Canoga Park High School. Going to play basketball at the collegiate level for West Los Angeles College, Washington State, and Cal State, Los Angeles. He also played football at Long Beach City College for a season. He had a brief professional career with the London Monarchs of the World League of America Football, where as a tight end, he had a total of 28 kickoff return yards. Oh, my God. Sign him up for the Hall of Fame. Holy shit. but never played an official regular season game in the National Football League. Okay, so I did learn something, so I'm glad I looked it up, Dan D9. Not trying to prove you wrong or nothing. I just could have sworn there was no. By the way, the Wizards get. I can't even pronounce this dude's name. Rui Hachimura, power forward from Gonzaga. 5 years, not even going to be in the league. Sorry to say that. Anyway, so I'm glad I actually looked it up, Dan D9, because I actually didn't know that he actually had I won't say a cup of coffee in the NFL because he was on the practice squad, but it looks like he had more of a pro career in football than he did in basketball. So it's like that almost makes you think, why did he steer his kids towards basketball or football? Maybe because they're too small. I don't even know why I said he did. I hate the NBA. Hey, it's all right. It's all right. I think you've probably heard him talk so much about being this great basketball player that you probably just assumed. It's okay, Dan D9. It's all right, man. Nobody's hating on you for it, so I got you. Well, Dan D9, I could say you've been drinking up more of the you've been drinking more of the Racer 5 Bear Republic before me because I'm only on beer number 1. I got to hit up beer number 2 here in a second. Oh, no wonder I can't pronounce his name. He's the first Japanese first-round pick in NBA history. That was actually pretty cool. My aunt is Japanese, so that's actually really cool. I like that. Speaking of basketball players, let's see. Couldn't play when I used to watch. Most NBA players, okay. I don't drink. You drink water, right, Dan D9? That's a good thing you don't drink. That's good. That's good. Okay. If you guys have not heard also, I'm just kind of covering everything today, you guys, because we didn't really cover that much. Space Jam 2 is coming out. It is going to have LeBron James, Anthony Davis. It's going to have Clay. It is going to have a couple of the WNBA players, I think 3 of them. So that is actually really cool. I meant alcohol. I know Dan D9. LeBron James, Johnny G says. So I really don't know what to think of Space Jam 2. I saw Space Jam 1, of course, because that was my time. By the way, it looks like Hatter took off after he made the statement, MJ is the GOAT. If you are talking about Magic Johnson, maybe we can have some arguments. I still don't see MJ. Okay, I will say MJ is the GOAT in basketball, but I think Steph Curry has to be up there in that discussion because I'm telling you guys, if Steph Curry really wanted to score 40 points every night, he could. GOAT of ball hogs. Seth Curry. Harley, you're going Seth Curry, not even Steph? Holy Nikes, Batman. With a quick appearance of Curry, not Steph. You said, Harley said Seth Curry is the GOAT. Harley, you know Seth Curry, was he on Portland? Sarcasm. Yeah, but it was funny, though. I like that one, though. That was actually pretty good. So, anyways, Space Jam 2 is coming out. Does anybody care? I don't really. The new X-Men Dark Phoenix is coming out. I got to go watch that one. Hey, no swearing. I didn't swear, Hatter. Find me where I sweared. You can't prove I sweared. I'll even watch this later to see I didn't swear. Anyways, why did I do that? I don't know. I've only had one beer too, so it's all right. Let's see here. Toy Story 4 comes out Friday. Okay. And I think most of us on here are over the age of 20, so I don't think none of us would be seeing it. And I think, honestly, I'm like the only one with kids, and I won't even take my kids to go see it. So what's that tell you about Toy Story 4? Nobody cares.
You don't take them because you don't want to pay.
Back me up, guys. For what? Luke Skywalker as Ducky. Or as Chucky. So nobody cares about Toy Story. And my wife is right. I won't take my kids to see Toy Story 4. It's a waste of money. I'll just wait till the DVD comes out for like $20 and the whole family can watch it. Let's see here. Back me up, guys. For what, Hatter? I'm not sure why we'd be backing you up. Luke Skywalker as Chucky. Best Disney movie is Ratatouille, hands down. I got to meet Ratatouille. It was actually a lot of fun at Disneyland. I'm going to go see Child Play. Toy Story is a fantastic franchise. It got a 100. Dude, Rotten Tomato is a whack rating system. What? I'm busy. Thank you, T-Ball. Rotten Tomato is not a legitimate rating service. Does anybody remember the days of Siskel and Ebert? 2 thumbs up. I do. You're whack. Why? Because I don't like little kids movies? I'm 38. Little kid movies are for kids, Hatter. I mean, yeah, if I took T-Ball to go see it, otherwise, I'm going to go see a grown-up movie. Like, they're making a new Lion King movie. I'll go see that. Child's Play, X-Men, Dark Phoenix. I'll go see that. They're re-releasing Thanos or Avengers Endgame. I'll go see that. What the heck? I want to see Toy Story 4 for? I'm a grown-up, damn it. I'm a grown man. That was lame. Trying to be that Oregon State coach. Let's see. Someone throw a tomato at Hatter. All Disney movies have a 95% or better on Rotten Tomatoes. That's not an argument. Ebert would have given Toy Story 4 whatever and settle down. Remember that when the Oregon State coach a couple wow, it's been like 10, 15 years. He's like, I'm a man. I can take it. I'm a man. You remember that, Dan D9? That was kind of funny. Yeah, I don't have a lot of faith in any kind of rating services because a lot of the times I feel like their rating service is connected to like the profitability of the movie. And if they don't give it a good rating, they're not going to get their kickback. So Oklahoma State coach, actually. Thank you, Hatter, for correcting me. I appreciate that. I'm glad. You see the 3 fights in the Colorado. I think I did. I saw something. I didn't know it was a 7-year-old ball game. From if I saw the right one, they got mad at a teenage umpire for making a bad call or something like that, and then the fight broke out. Hatter, I don't care if Toy Story 4 will get $150 million opening weekend. It is garnered to children, like ages like 10 and below. And there's a high population of children ages 10 and below. So I won't be surprised if they get over 200 million. Oh, the Hawk selection is in. And they select Cam Reddish, the strong forward from Duke. So I don't really care if freaking Toy Story makes $15 or $300 million. It's geared towards kids. Come on, Hatter. Or I should say young adults that live out that want to go see it. Right, Hatter? So anyways. So your take on the White Sox extending the netting to the foul poles. Hatter, Cam Reddish is a beast. Hatter, I'm actually happy you brought up a legitimate subject here. I was actually talking to somebody the other day, and what Hatter's referring to, you guys, is that they're going to, if I heard right, they're going to extend the netting all the way to the foul pool or the home run pool and all the way to the home run pool. So both sides, all the way down the lines. And, I'm probably the wrong person to ask on this subject because personally, I don't like the netting. I feel like the netting, I feel like the netting is hampering the game and the fan experience in a lot more ways than people really think. Because when I go to games, I'm trying to get baseballs, I'm trying to get autographs, I'm trying to take pictures with the players, I'm trying to interact with the players. And now, if you start throwing up all these nets, you're not going to be able to get baseballs. You're not going to be able to get autographs. You can't take pictures. You can't really interact with the players. So it's like, I don't like it. I was just at some minor league games, as you guys know, especially in San Jose. And I'm watching all these kids. If you ever go to especially a minor league game, and major league games are about the same way too, is that you watch these kids and these parents half the time the parents are not even watching the game. They're talking to each other, which I understand you're going to talk to each other. You want to have a conversation. You're there to have, get out with your friends, whatever. You're going to catch up on old times, whatever. You still got to pay attention to the game. And then if they have the kids with them, they're not even paying attention to the kids. When I go to a game with minor leagues or with T-ball, I do not take my eyes off the game. I am ready with my mitt. And I understand not everybody has a mitt, but I'm ready with my mitt, and I'm ready for the ball. And I will tell you, I have almost gotten hit at least twice with the baseball. If you guys actually saw my San Jose Giants review on the stadium, when I was talking to the Churro man, you saw the Churro man kind of look up like that, and you heard like a thump. And I believe that part's still in the video. And that's because we actually almost got hit by a baseball, and we were behind the bleachers. So I'm not thinking, hey, I'm going to get hit behind these bleachers doing this interview. And I almost did. And then when we were in Kannapolis watching the rookie ball team of the White Sox a couple years ago with my nieces and it was minor leagues there, I was turned away to talk to my niece. I turned this way, talked to my niece, and I am not kidding you. Within like 3 seconds, somebody hit the ball and it zoomed right past my face, and I could hear the zoom coming. And if I could have seriously got hurt by that one. And I'm still telling you that I'm not a big fan of the netting. I feel like there almost should be a rule. If you go to a game, I mean, it's like if you go to the ocean. My mom always told me, if you go to the ocean, you can never turn your back on the tide because something can happen. And this is kind of like how I feel about baseball games. You go to a game, the PA announcer is always announcing that you got to be aware of flying balls and flying bats. And you got to pay attention to your kids. And I don't want kids to get hurt. Don't get me wrong. This is not what this is about. I just feel like with any situation, even if you go grocery shopping with your kids, you need to pay attention to your kids. If you are not paying attention to your kids, why are you bringing them? So I hope that makes sense without being too mean. Let's see here. I could go either way. That's because you don't really go to games, Hatter, and you can't catch a foul ball. Oh, yeah, I feel that for the little girl that got hit in the face. See here. Even the player started to cry. He felt bad about it, but shit happens. Let's see here. I seen a girl got hit on the head like 3 rows down. It was brutal. This happened 3 years ago at the Dodgers game. What's next? A football helmet to the games. 2 years ago, a man at Mississippi State got hit by a foul ball and it broke his nose, and our athletic director gave him season tickets for 3 years. Well, shit, I'll trade a broken nose for season tickets. Mora Jr. was glad about the net extending. Well, yeah, because Hatter, I just said it. Think about it, Hatter. If they extend the nets, the players are not going to get hounded by the autograph seekers. And I feel like that's what he really is trying to say. Yeah, I understand. I understand. It's about safety. But the players are not going to have to give autographs. They're not going to have to interact with fans. And that's what brings fans to the games, is that interaction. You are ignorant. If you're talking about me, Hatter, you're wrong on this, bud. You're really wrong because you're not understanding my point. Let's see here. Speaking of baseballs, I got a Jock Peterson homer last year. You caught it in the stands. So what's next, Hatter? Let me ask you a question. So Mr. McCartney said that he got a home run ball. What are they going to do? Extend nets all the way in the outfield where the home run balls are being hit? Those balls get freaking hit crazy out there too. So should they put a net out there too and just freaking dome it all the way up like Japan? I mean, I don't know, Hatter. I think you're not thinking this through well enough. I don't want the kids to get hurt. I got 2 kids, Hatter. I think you fail to forget that. I got 2 kids. Let's see here. Major League, you need to come to Mississippi and go to a Mississippi State game next year. Our baseball stadium and atmosphere is better than any college in the nation. You would love it. To the foul pool, they said. Amora was the only player who unfortunately hit the baseball that hit the girl in Houston. Okay, what's your point? Look up, dude, Noble Stadium. Actually, I wouldn't mind doing that. I wouldn't mind going to a college game. I haven't been to a college baseball game before, so I wouldn't mind going. So You know, I got tons of autographs, as you guys know. And if they put those nettings there, we're gonna be honest, guys. And it's not just me; it's minor leagues too, and all the other kids that go to baseball games looking for autographs. They're not going to be able to get autographs. And if they want to create, if Major League Baseball wants to create a fan interactive atmosphere, putting those nets up is not the way to do it. In Mobile, Alabama, they basically have those nets going up all the way. And when we got autographs, we had to actually go to like a little door. And if you throw 3 or 4 people, if on a busy day or a good like team that comes into town, there's no way you're getting autographs. Did you get the MLB Father's Day hats? They looked really cool. Let's see here. I don't even understand what you're trying to write, Hatter. Let's see here. Did you get the Father's Day hats? They looked really cool. Conrail Connoisseur, I did. I actually posted a review up on it. So if you want to go check that out, you can. No, F you. You assumed Almora would be glad about the net extending because he WPU I don't even have. Hatter, I think you're missing the point, bud. You're missing the point, but that's okay, dude. We just have to agree to disagree on this subject because obviously you're really passionate about it, but I don't think you're looking at it from every angle. You're looking at it from one angle only. So, I mean, what's next in Texas? Remember when the father got hurt, or he basically, I should say got hurt. He died. Texas Rangers, it was one incident, and how many years have the Texas ballpark's been there? And they finally made changes after that death. And so it's like, I hate seeing that they make changes when people get hurt. Why don't they make the changes before the people get hurt? That just makes no sense to me. Let's see, because he wouldn't worry about the autographs. That was a terrible thing to say. I thought you say no cussing, Hatter. Yeah, see, Hatter keeps cussing. He doesn't understand. Hatter, you don't get it, bud. They're not going to say about the autographs. They're not allowed to say. They're baseball players. If they say something like that, they're going to get fined. They will. They can't say, oh, I don't want the Nets because they don't, Hatter, half the time players don't even want to give autographs. Think about it. You ever try to go to a baseball game and get an autograph? Obviously, it doesn't sound like you do. It is almost nearly impossible to get an autograph. I have been to Oracle Park / AT&T Park, and I will tell you, I have gotten more Dodger autographs than I have Giants autographs. It is almost impossible to get autographs at a baseball park. Now, there are places to go at a baseball park, on the outside of the stadium sometimes to get autographs. Go down to the dugouts, which you can't do no more. But it is almost impossible. And now if they put up these nets, which obviously were, to my opinion, good the way they were, they're going to make it harder for autographs. Let's see. Getting autographs is for kids. Hey, Hatter, you say it's for kids, but you're the one watching Toy Story 4. I'm just saying. Just saying, bud. Anyways, we'll change the subject here because it looks like Hatter's the only one that's really interested in this subject. I already told you you're not going to like my opinion. I am not here to have everybody like my opinion. I am here to explain a different point of view on a subject matter, and I'm always interested in seeing other people's opinions. But I will tell you guys, once you start bringing feelings and non-reasonable thoughts and ideas into it and not listening to the whole statement, that's when where the conversation probably needs to stop. See here. Autographs are for everyone. They are. Why are autographs for kids, Hatter? That is, I'm sorry, but that is not really good logic. I hate it when people say that. Autographs are worth value. They are worth value, but Johnny, I don't collect them for value. I collect them for fun, of course, as you guys know, just like I collect hats. So don't tell me autographs are for kids when you're watching Toy Story 4 and you're waiting for the release of Toy Story 4. That's for kids. Let's see, especially collectibles. They're collectible. Especially collectors. Yeah, there's a lot of collectors out there. We collect stuff. Some people collect autograph base. Dude, at the San Jose Giants, there is a group of about 5 or 6 people. They collect autograph cards. They get autograph cards, they get them signed by the players, and they trade other people autograph cards to actually complete whole sets of autograph, cards. So you guys, I'm not here to, as you say, sugarcoat stuff. I'm just trying to give you guys a different perspective, a different point of view. Oh yeah, football, you can't even get autographs unless you go to like unless you go to the for spring training, whatever it is. I collect baseball cards and nothing wrong with that. Let's see. In football, Harley, I'm 20 and I go to Mississippi State, and I have no problem asking Dak Prescott or Hunter Renfrow for an autograph when they come to Starkville. Hey, Harley, get me a Dak Prescott, will you please? And basketball, sorry, had a call. No problem, Dan D9. Hatter was getting very mad about my opinion about the netting. I don't like the netting. I understand every aspect of the netting, but I don't like the netting. And I feel like it's taken away a lot of the interaction with the players which is an aspect that brings me out to the minor league games. Anyways, PJ Washington just got drafted by the Hornets. He is rated the number 12 overall prospect in the 17 class of ESPN 100. Yeah. So let's see here. Doesn't look like anything's going on per se. It's funny. You watch these NBA draft shows, and it's funny. You just see the outfits that these guys wear. I like some of the outfits, but whatever happened to like the old traditional, outfits? Why can't they go back to more like those? Let's see here. There's a guy that literally goes to different stadiums and collects stubs from with autographs. Proof right there. It's for everyone. Thank you, Conrail. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Connoisseur. You're going to watch the NHL draft. Me, Dan D9. I'm sorry. I don't know enough about hockey to watch the draft. I barely watch like football, like the first round. That's it. Garbage Pail Kids are cool as well. Dan D9, after the first 2 to 3 picks, it's a nobody drafting. Hatter, are you talking about the NHL draft or the football draft or a basketball draft? Yeah, I mean, with hockey, it almost, in a lot of ways is very similar to baseball. You kind of don't really know the players unless you're watching the stuff like leading up to like the first week. I really watched the MLB draft because, being in areas of like the Padre prospects or the Mariners, the A's, the Giants, those are kind of the players that I'm looking to try to get. So those are the players I'm looking to see which ones are going to which teams. I just watch it for the trades. I wish there would be more trades. Are they coming out with all the All-Star game hats? The All-Star game hats, Conrail, they're already out. I actually did a review on those, and then Professor Hatter did a review on the All-Star game hats as well, I believe. So yes, those are already out. Let's see, Johnny G for the All-Star game. Well, those hats are already out. Johnny, you got all of them. What are you talking about? You know that. Excuse me, guys. All right, so what else? Just so you guys know, my Fresno Grizzly videos are going to be rolling out starting next week. If you guys are interested in checking those out, is MLB going to come out with a hat for every holiday? Yes, they will eventually. Watch. MLB is just going to come out with like a hat for like every month. I don't see they're kind of already doing it. It's kind of in a way like minor league baseball when they have their theme nights, like every day is a different theme. By the way, speaking of theme nights, did you guys see the hats that came out this week on lids for the theme nights? I know Johnny did. Johnny's always sending me pictures. Hang on, let me bring up some of them here. By the way, if I could have, I would have got a Raptors NBA championship just to kind of commemorate their first championship, but they sold out really quickly, so that was good of them. Okay, so the Kannapolis Intimidators, they just came out with their old Bull Weevil hats, so nothing special on that. Let's see here. The Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, they came out with their Yawn hat. I'm not really crazy about that. I really don't understand what theme night hat that represents. I did like the Mississippi Braves. They came out with like their 5-star military honoree type hat right there. That is actually really good. I like that one. Oops. Let's see here. Staten Island, they came out. They didn't really come out because I was talking to Johnny about this. They came out with their, Staten Island Pizza Rat hat. I actually got this hat last year, and I did a little video on it. So this is actually like a return hat for this year. So nothing special on that one. The Charlotte Knights came out with their Charlotte C type hat. Nothing really special. The Wisconsin Timber Rattlers came out with their 2019 Bratwurst hats. The Omaha Storm Chasers came out with their 2019 Runza Day hats. I did some videos on those ones last year as well. Let's see here. Down East Wood Ducks came out with the Collard Greens hat. Not really sure about that one. I mean, not really sure. And the Sacramento River Cats came out with some Hawaiian or floral design. Yeah, I won't be getting that one. And the Montgomery Biscuits just came out with like a standard like M hat, boring, and Durham Bulls came out with that baby blue and white crown right there with the baby blue bill. That one's actually a nice one. And then you have your Portland Sea Dogs coming out with their Whoopie Pie hat, which is actually kind of like a remake in a sense, because if I remember right, the Raiding Fighting Phils were the Whoopie Pies as well previous year. The Hartford Yard Goats came out with their 2019 Steamed Cheeseburger hat. That's actually a cool one. Fayetteville Woodpeckers came out with that one. That one's a nice one. I'd get that one. So those are like all the hats that have been released over the last couple of days. Let's see here. Too many hats to collect, but it's so fun. It is. It is just crazy. I wish they would space it out a little bit more in between collecting because, we got bills to pay. Let's see. Rarest hat you have. Conrail, it's not really a rare hat, but it is the hat that took me forever to get. And that was the Lehigh Valley Cheesesteaks hat. I spent about 6-7 years trying to find that hat. And actually, Professor Hatter's brother saw the hat or something like that. And then he told me about the hat. And I was able to get that hat from a place called Mickey's, which is in New York. So, yeah, that hat took me like 6 or 7 years. If you go check out my videos, it'll be like titled, my Holy Grail hat. So, yeah, you can see my reaction when I got that hat because it was actually really cool. So I won't say that's my rarest hat, but I will say that's probably the hat that's actually the one that took me the longest to get. Let's see here. Do you work at Lids? I love going there. No, I don't work at Lids. I'll be honest, Lids doesn't really pay that much, and you can't really support a family. So, yeah. Let's see. He should buy some stock in them. Lids does have stock. I actually had a share for a little bit, but then I sold it just because. Let's see here. The Miami Heat select Tyler Hero from Kentucky. Anybody have a clue who Tyler Hero is? Yeah, I don't either. Let's see here. Let's see. I got the Whoopie Pie hat. Johnny, you can send it my way. Let's see. Mickey's Place. Thank you, Hatter. Yes, it's called Mickey's Place. They're in New York. If you want to look them up, or like I said, you can go watch my video because I give all the details for Mickey there. Yeah, I saw that video. You were stalking the UPS man. It wasn't a UPS man, Johnny G. It was the FedEx guy. Get it right. I'm kidding. I know I scared the crap out of him almost. Let's see here. Some guy who took college money away from somebody who wanted to go to learn. I don't get that D&D9, but that's okay. I'm going to send you a snapback your way. Why? You can address it to Mandy Snaps, not to me. Nice. The guy in the draft. Are you talking about Tyler Hero from Kentucky? I guess. All right, you guys. So, so the NBA draft pretty much went the way that, why not? Okay, sounds good, Johnny G. Send it to Mandy Snaps, and she will put it in your video. So the NBA draft is pretty much gone the way we all anticipated that it would go. I just mean people who go to college who are one and done. Yeah, I don't like that, the one and done BS. They are trying to change the rules where instead of going to a college, they could actually go to the G League. Yeah, it's called the G League now, and go to the G League instead. And I'd rather see that because, I just don't get it. Now that they have the G League, baseball players aren't required to go to college. They can go, start their professional careers in the minor leagues. And now that you have the G League, why can't the basketball players just go to the G League? And then LaAngelo Ball, the Ball brothers, of course, he's going to go play college in Australia because he has some issues with, his situation. And so he probably wouldn't even be eligible for college. And they say that he's actually a better player than, Lonzo and LaMelo. So I just instead of ruining, I think they would probably enhance the college game if they would just let these guys, the ones that actually want to go to the G League, let them play in the G League, and the guys that actually want to develop and get better and experience that college life, let them go college. I don't know why they have to go somewhere they don't really want to go. Let's see, why not? Okay, Calipari mastered the one and done. He did. All right, Major, I'm starving. I'm headed out. Give me some Carl's Jr. All right, guys. With that being said, I think it's been a good night. We've been on here for an hour 35. I just want to thank you guys all for joining me in the podcast. I will see you guys next week. Hatter, have fun in London. Johnny G, get me some Carl's. Get me a famous star with cheese. And I will see everybody next week. All right, guys. Major League Hats out. Bye, everybody. See ya.